Welcome back, everybody, to the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty as we get back to ACC play today for at least 1 week against the Duke Blue Devils. We enter today with a 3-0 record, and I've seen the first 3 games of Ray Elway's starting quarterback career, and I think things are settling into a good place with this passing game. I like Elway as a fit in this offense, and he's done a really good job this year of being able to extend plays and make accurate throws on the move. Those plays have been vital to our 3-0 start, especially in that game against FSU, and we're going to need to see that continue. Now, the running game has disappointed me to open the year. I expected a lot more efficiency and some more big plays out of this backfield. I think we all expected a faster start for number 1 prospect DeMarco Lacombo. But no, there is no thought to redshirting him this year. I have seen that as a suggestion, but honestly, if you get the number 1 prospect at any position, you're assuming you have that player for 3 years, because if they're as good as they should be, they're going to go pro after their junior season. And it's rare for them to want to stick around for 5 years through a red shirt and 4 playing seasons. I still think that players like Joshua Bloom should work in more to the offense, and we just have to ride the hot hand when things aren't where we think they should be. And last week, after seeing Meyer and Lacombo both leave the game, we ended up doing fine with the likes of Jimmy Sampson and Joshua Bloom handling the backfield. But today it is ACC game number 2 in this weird schedule, and we get Duke, a team we have never seen before, but I'm rather impressed by a lot of their roster. The offense has an established now 3-year starter at quarterback, good offensive line, they're set up well in the running game, and have some difference makers on the defensive side. Now, the last game we played against Army was a really physical one where a lot of players had to leave with minor injuries, and that's going to leave Antoine Gatto today on a bit of a snap count. I don't want to see him further injured. I want him healthy for the long haul this year, so we could see a lot less of Gatto unless we really need him out there as we play the first ACC conference game in Buffalo, and we are underway. Up first today, the Duke offense, and they will take the field at the 21-yard line. Overall, I've been very happy with the play of our defense this year, as we have not allowed more than 17 points in regulation in any of our first 3 games. Jamichael Lanier opens, and the handoff is stuffed, and that's Troy Hodell with a tackle for loss out of the gates. Setting up a screen on 2nd down, and it's well covered by Devontae Carrion. Back-to-back losses of 1. Setting up Duke along 3rd down, and here's the pressure! A sack for Larry Wheeler. What a way to start things. 3 plays, all for a loss. Capped off by a big drive-ending sack. And we will see Buffalo's offense now, as they should have pretty good field position. Roger Grimm from the 44. He's angling to the far side, trying to turn the corner, and there he goes! A touchdown on the punt return. Buffalo striking with special teams. What an awful 4 snaps to open this day for the Duke Blue Devils. There's nobody containing to make sure he can't just outrun everybody to the edge. You can't allow a return like that. Grimm has been outstanding this year with the ball in his hands. We see it every week. Duke takes over for drive number 2, and it's a play action, and then dish to the outside, and that's a first down to running back Glenn Kaxer. Nice gain out to the 45, and on first down, it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaac Truman as Lanier threw it right to him. They set up an RPO on this play, and there looks to be a small opening here, but Truman retreats into that window, and he has the takeaway. And this is the first snap now for Buffalo. They will have it at their own 46, already up 7-0. And D'Angelo Meyer gets the start. So he's gotten the first carry in 2 games, Lacombo in the other 2. Meyer on second down. Tough to bring down as he picks up another pair. And now 3rd down and 6. It is Elway back to pass. And right on target to Mike Dugans, a first down catch. Motioning Roger Grimm across the formation. And it's a bubble screen. Grimm to the 35. Gain of 7. 2 tight ends and DeMarco Lacombo now in the game. And he has the speed to get to the edge. A first down of 9 yards. A big key for Buffalo was to get off to a fast start today after the sloppy, lethargic starts the last 2 weeks. And I sure like how things are unfolding outside of Antoine Berryman having to leave the field. 3rd down, they have Blade slot left. Pressured, and Elway goes down. Nice rush by Scroggins there, getting good leverage off the snap. Field goal try now for Morgan Grassmanis, and it never had a chance. Man, that one really got away. And it's still 7-0, about the best thing that's happened to Duke in this game, as they take over drive number 3. It's a screen, and a good wrap-up tackle made after a 6-yard gain. Kaxer, the running back, and he will squeeze through a running lane and get a fresh set of downs. Buffalo sitting 2 safeties back, forcing the pass underneath, a gain of 8. Teams are not having much luck going for big plays against us. 3rd down and 2, it's Kaxer and a Duke first down. We go with these single high approaches occasionally, and here's a 5-man rush. Nice pass to the outside. Typically, if we're going single high, we're going with more man coverage these days, especially with the new athleticism in the secondary. But Duke is working down the field. Just got a first down there via penalty. Now to the 20, but it's incomplete. And again, Byron Gammon, so good there in coverage. He's broken out in a big way. 3rd down, Lanier taking off and having to slide at the 30. Field goal try now for Duke to get on the scoreboard. And from 47, the kick is good. 7-3 as Buffalo takes over. They have it at their 25 now against the stacked front. Running at it anyway. It's Meyer, no gain. Lacombo rotating back into things as Sean Blade hauls in this grab and gains 7. Buffalo facing 3rd down, and here is a screen for Grimm. Good first down gain. The key block there thrown by receiver Sean Blade. Now we have Joshua Bloom checking in. A quick pass to him in the flat, and that's 5 more. So already 3 running backs getting into the game for Buffalo. Bloom a carry. He runs through the middle. There was a wide open lane. First down into Duke territory. Elway back to the air again. And right on time, it is complete to Roger Grimm. 3rd catch of the game. Meyer running the rock to the right side, and a flag thrown, as that's going to be against Buffalo. Backing up to the 37, and letting it develop, and Grimm into the open void, picks up a dozen. A nice start for Roger Grimm, a punt return score, 4 catches. Now Meyer working to the outside, as we're going to use him more on these sweeps and really get that speed going. But on 3rd and inches, that is DeMarco Lacombo territory. And this run game is off to a much better start than we've been seeing. They go spread now, and Elway steps up and fires a dart to McNabb. Touchdown. Looking much better in the first half this week. The offense clicking on the ground and through the air. Just an empty look, spread the defense out, look for the one-on-one, and Oscar McNabb puts us up 14-3. Putting the early pressure now on Duke this week. Lanier, not much on a 2-yard reception. 3rd down, Blue Devils haven't had many conversions here. And this is not going to lead to another one as Buffalo quickly regains the football. And they're going to Lacombo, and watch out, he's in the open field. DeMarco Lacombo lowers the boom. The locomotive has arrived in Buffalo. And those are the types of runs I know everybody has been waiting for. When he can get into the open field and a safety has to take him on. I'm glad I'm not in his shoes. Here's Elway, and again, right on target for Grimm. The timing game today has even been on point for Buffalo, and Roger Grimm is showing he can handle those types of plays. Inside the 10, Elway scanning, and sails this one. That didn't even land on grass. He will miss throws from time to time. Third down and short for Bloom, and that only gets one. So they'll bring on Morgan Scarborough again. And he straightens the kick out this time. Buffalo up 17-3. Not much going right for Duke in this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns. There has been a little promise out of their running game, but now their lead running back leaves the field. So they run it here again. Slip a tackle, but Buffalo rallies. It is a team effort against the run, and it sets up third down. 4 on the rush, and that's a first down reception. Duke really needs to establish a good drive here and get into Buffalo territory. Under 3 minutes to go, and that is a loss. Troy Hodell. He might be one of the most underrated players on this team. And he is in the mix again on second down. That is a sack. Hodell was second on the team in sacks a year ago, making a big impact today. And on third down, I don't think a run is going to do it. The ball is recovered by Lanier. Duke does not need any more takeaways at this stage. But Buffalo gets it back again. Here's Elway escaping the pocket, and nobody home to stop him as he breaks into the secondary. He's a guy you have to contain. He will make plays outside the pocket. Now at the 27, and they roll him out on first down. And there's McNabb catching the strong pass along the sideline. 17 more. Now a foot race. Meyer to the 5 and out of bounds at the 1. Everybody getting involved today for Buffalo. Third down. Lacombo, and he's entered the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. This is what we need to establish going into the heart of our season. 24-3. Duke now under a minute to go, and that pass is intercepted from bad to worse. Byron Gammon to the 15. He has interceptions now in 3 consecutive games. And the Bulls are looking for even more. As Duke brings the safety down, they bring the blitz, and the pass is caught on the skinny post. Oscar McNabb, a second touchdown. Both of his scores coming on similar routes. And he's just able to win on that inside release. And Buffalo now goes up 31-3 going into halftime. After 2 weeks of getting off to slow starts and not putting together complete performances, this is what we wanted from our second ACC game. DeMarco Lacombo looking the best he has looked all year, and Ray Elway just looking more and more comfortable, not even having to really settle in this week. So the third quarter gets underway. Buffalo already up 4 touchdowns. We'll see if they can add on. Long third down for Elway, climbing the pocket, gets it over the middle, and McNabb can't reel it in. A quick drive for the Bulls, but it's Duke who has only managed a single three-pointer in this game. And Jamichael Lanier just hasn't looked comfortable. There hasn't been a complete passing game of any kind. They've had limited success rushing, and that's what they emphasize here as they get the first down. They're just taking the Passing game out of the equation right now. Lanier keeping as he gains 9 or 10. A full yard to go. And jumping across, that is Joel Triggs getting a little anxious. At R38, Lanier airmailed, and the receiver had to go out of bounds for it. Just 45 yards for Jamichael Lanier, 2 interceptions, and rolls his way into Steven Makovica. Yeah, we have kept Antoine Gatto on the sideline for the majority of this game. 3rd down and long, taking off, but caught from behind by Wheeler. And Buffalo will keep their defense on, but Duke is going to try to hit one here from about mid-court. And they do! What a kick! All 3s from Duke, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough in this case. 31-6. And Ray Elway going back to work along 3rd down. Extending. Firing this one deep, and McNabb is there. Gave up a potential shorter pass to hit the big one over the top. Now they have Meyer sweeping and gaining 3. The running back usage feels a lot better in this game. And the timing game, I don't know, has ever looked any better than this. McNabb makes this catch. They're marching inside the 10. Meyer spun free. Through the middle. Unstoppable. Touchdown, Buffalo. When you have everything clicking like this, it is special to watch. D'Angelo Meyer never even comes close to going down on this run. This is one of the best performances we have seen out of this team in any game in this dynasty. And they're carrying a large lead into the 4th quarter, and we are seeing backups come in now on both sides. Duke's quarterback is Madison Wigman, who's trying to finish this game strong. We have a lot of backups out there defensively as we give up a pass to the 5-yard line. Duke looking for their first touchdown. They go direct snap and directly to the end zone. Blue Devils touchdown. But what this does allow for us to do is get Karifi Jeffrey his first college football snaps. He has taken the field as the Buffalo quarterback. And Jeffrey, he keeps and runs ahead, gaining 5. I'm hoping that Jeffrey is the quarterback of this team's future. He has really good upside, a strong arm, great speed as we can see here. Definitely a great scrambling threat as he brings it up to the 46. That's a 16-yard run. Now Sampson getting into the game, and that is a good run of 6. We have seen far more Jimmy Sampson this year than I imagined. Jeffrey on target to Morgan Scarborough. Good laser on that throw. To the Duke 31-yard line. Jeffrey again underneath for Scarborough. He makes the catch. Karifi Jeffrey looking pretty comfortable. And it's a screen now. That is Ray Dove into the open field. And he brings us inside the 10. Ultimately, a field goal try for Buffalo as Morgan Grassmanis hits the field goal and gets us to 41-13. Just a few minutes to go in this game as the backups try to make a name for themselves, and that is safety Spencer Jordan jarring it loose. 4th down and 18, and letting it fly. That pass is denied by Tyreek Carmona. And Buffalo takes over yet again. As they go, Carlos Harms now. He breaks a tackle, breaking away. That's a touchdown. Buffalo pours it on as they will win their second ACC game. Their first in front of this packed stadium. And we are going to move to 4-0 on the season. But before that, intercepted. That's Jamerson Boss. First of his young career. Man, this program has really come far. Maybe one last run here. Jimmy Sampson, show him what you can do. A first down, and that's going to do it now. 48-13 is your final. Duke never standing a chance today. Very shocked at how lopsided this game played out, but it's our most complete performance in quite some time. That's 4 weeks of not allowing opponents to cross 17 points in regulation. And a week where our offense really came together with the run and passing game working well together. The timing game today really surprised me, as it's not one of my greatest strengths in the passing game, but the opportunities were certainly there, and the offense just continues to run really well with the changes that have been made now these last 2 years. I'm still shocked at how well it's all working out. Duke's quarterback play today was pretty horrendous. I don't know why it was nearly that bad. I mean, we had just seen Army actually have some pretty good throws in that last game, and it just kind of fell apart toward the end. But for Duke, it never was on track, and they had no consistency, no downfield presence, no big plays. With the type of game we had today, it was easy for Antoine Gatto to pretty much take the game off. He only played 6 snaps, and he'll be rested up now for next week, and this wasn't nearly as physical of a game. So the wear and tear, not a huge concern. Plus, we have a bye week to go through. So when it comes to recruiting, I like the shape we're in right now for the players atop this board. But we are seeing other teams climb and close those gaps, and we're at the point now where we're going to see more visits lined up. Now, really disappointed here. 4-star gem Caleb Cahill was a key target for me, and despite being in first place now, we have a D- grade in his deal breaker. So we're removing those points, and I'm also going to be removing some others because we need to get visits lined up if we want a better chance at these 5-star players. So I'm setting up a visit for Alex Melvin, who already has 2 scheduled. Now, the way our schedule lays out, this Bowling Green game in week 6 is the most convenient visit spot, as we have so many bye weeks, no other home game until week 11, and most of these decisions are going to be made long before week 11. So Ben Van Roten is also going to visit that week. And that's all I can really schedule here through the bye. So let's get past that into our next week where the points open back up again. The Van Roten battle looks really good. Now for Melvin, that FSU visit in week 5 could swing things in the Seminoles' favor. Then we have Jaron Missouri favoring us. He probably won't make it to any of his visits. And Keenan Cleveland is also going to come to Buffalo in week 6. I think we need to just stack this game up, give us the best chance to close out these battles. And we're even going to have DeMarco Austin come to that game. I really want a 5-star defensive lineman of his caliber. Now, I know that the Ben Van Roten battle looked really good for us, and maybe we didn't need the visit, but I did think it was key to play it safe in some of these. We have 1 5-star recruit in team history, by the way, or the entire dynasty. So I was not going to leave it up to chance and for us to potentially get unlucky. We have 8 outgoing seniors. I want to make sure I get our top targets, even if I'm not as efficient with the points. But next week, we get Iowa, then we'll play Bowling Green, and that group of games will finish out the non-conference schedule. I want to talk about the secondary a little bit. I love constructing this part of the team. And a few years ago, when we were giving up big plays, it was obvious we had to get serious about secondary recruiting. That led us to go after guys like Byron Gammon, Devin Hester, and Devontae Carrion. And this is the first year all 3 are playing together. And the best of that group is easily Byron Gammon, who has 3 interceptions already this season, and quarterbacks are continuously paying for throwing anywhere near him. He's not just picking off passes, but he's also forced a lot of incompletions. He's not a guy you want to be testing. And if teams continue, he could be in for a massive season. Now, our next opponent are the Iowa Hawkeyes. I expect them to grind out the running game a lot more and lean less on the pass, but that's not always up to them. If we can continue to play well, we'll dictate the type of game they have to play. Just how good is Buffalo and the offense right now? Well, you tell me. Because if we check the Heisman watch, Ray Elway, our quarterback, is receiving national attention. He is third in the Heisman race right now. I don't anticipate we're going to keep him in there for long, as he's only throwing about 25 passes a game. The volume numbers are not going to be there. Someone's going to go and have a 200-yard rushing game or a 500-yard passing game, and his numbers won't look as impressive. But Elway has been very good, very consistent, and we're at least getting that recognition when usually our quarterbacks don't come anywhere close to the Heisman chase. We'll see if we can keep it up. By the time ACC play continues, we'll have finished half the season and currently sit at 4-0. I also want to say that later this week, we are going to have MLB The Show 25 dropping, and that's been a big game for me these last couple years over on the second channel. I will be spending a lot of time with that game, and it might mean some things slow down for Buffalo, especially during that launch week where I'm trying to get familiar with the game and drop as much content and a new series as I can, which a new series will be over on the second channel. But if things do slow down a bit, that is the reason why. But I'll do my best to stay on top of Buffalo here in the short term. I plan to put out at least one more episode in the series this week. But that is going to do it here today. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear them. And please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one.